Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. As promised, we're going to do a spotlight on a local business, and we're talking about one that can cover a variety of events. So really interesting to talk to Patrick Cochran today, who is with Madison Party Rental. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So I was just looking at the website. Oh my gosh, you guys do so much. But let's talk a little bit about events and what types of events you specialize in.
Okay. Well, we have a wide variety of events that we work with. We do everything from small backyard parties for 20 of your closest friends up to large corporate events for 2,000 or 3,000 people. We do a lot of weddings, both big and small. We work with a lot of nonprofits for fundraising events, festivals and stuff like that. We do stuff with the schools, churches, a lot of fundraising festivals. And now that weather's getting warm and everybody's kind of thinking about spring and summer, we're getting ready for graduation parties, which are a big part of what we do in kind of the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
So both college and high school.
Neat. You probably have sort of different things throughout the year that sort of evolve through the
We do, yeah.
timeline.
It always kind of starts with the graduation parties. That kind of always kicks off our season, and then weddings throughout the season. We're fortunate to stay busy for a long period of time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, they even have bounce houses, so
We do, yeah.
you've got it
Everything
all.
you need, yes.
Yeah, I love
right.
it. Let's talk a little bit about some things to consider when you're planning an event.
Sure.
There can be a lot, especially if it's a big event.
Right, yeah. I think location is probably the number one thing that you need to worry about. If you're having a party on private property, there's less things to worry about in terms of your restrictions. If you're doing something in your backyard, if you have family, friends that have property. The only thing you really want to worry about is talk with your homeowner's insurance to make sure you're covered for your event.
Right.
If you're doing something on public property like a city park, then you kind of have to worry more about permitting for tents, curfews. You're kind of restricted with your timing, so a lot of times it's you got to set up early in the morning and tear down late at night, so you kind of have a shorter window of time where you can kind of prepare and get ready for your event. And then there's, we're lucky in Wisconsin, we've got a lot of great venues that you can rent. Barn weddings have been popular for a while, and I don't see those going away. So there's a lot of great venues that we work with where you can rent space if you don't own space yourself. And we work with a lot of great venues around town, so there's a lot of options.
Yeah, no kidding, and a lot to think about. Wow.
A lot to think about, yeah.
That's good that you're there to remind us as we're planning our event. Let's talk about tent rental specifically and some of the benefits of if you are having an event, making sure there's a tent there.
Yeah, so renting a tent is almost like having insurance for your party. I mean, it's rain or shine. If you're under the tent, you're going to be okay. It also creates, a nice focal point for your event instead of everybody kind of scattered out across your whole event. The tent kind of brings everybody together. That's kind of the main focus. And it just it adds the ambiance and kind of a unique charm to your event, especially with having such great venues and scenery and landscaping here in Wisconsin. It's really kind of a way to use that as part of your decor, use that scenery, and then the tent just kind of brings that focal point and kind of brings it all together.
And now there's different types of tents that you have, right?
Right, so we can do a tent pretty much on any type of surface depending on the circumstance. So if it's on grass, we can do our traditional pole tents. If you're doing something we can do tents on parking lots, patios, pretty much anything. So it's important to kind of know what you're talking about, talk with one of our event professionals, ask the right questions, figure out where exactly you're going, just to make sure that you're getting exactly what you need. And we also offer, a lot of this we can do over the phone, through email, asking the right questions, figuring things out. But if you're still really unsure, we do offer site inspections where we'll come out to the site, walk things through with you, take measurements if we need to, just so we make sure, when we get out there, we don't have any surprises when we're actually out there to set up, because that's the last thing you want is to worry about something.
You don't want your tent rolling down a hill.
That's right, yeah. You don't want to have any problems the day of your event. You want to make sure you cover all your bases before you get there. So it's a lot of planning and prep before you actually get there.
There's so much to think about, and just from visiting your website briefly, I saw it's everything from like the big things like tents, like you think of, all the way down to even like linens and things like that can be so daunting to outsource from so many places. So I think it's great, and I encourage you to check out their website. We're out of time here, but that's probably a good starting place, right?
Yep, give us a call or stop in. We've got a showroom. You're more than welcome to stop by and say hi. And
excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Patrick Cochran from Madison Party Rental. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town after this.